So hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules, and if you're not already, then definitely subscribe. You may remember that around this time last year I went and watched the Bradford Alhambra's pantomime and gave you a little review. Well, I'm back again with the Christmas hat and the decorations to give you a review of this year's pantomime. Last year I said to myself they can never ever outdo this pantomime. It's so brilliant and they just can't outdo it next year. They did. So let's get on with the review. So to begin with storyline, I mean, I don't think I really need to explain the storyline of Aladdin because whether you've watched the Disney version or heard the original folk story, which, you know, you may have done. But in pantomime they do have a few different changes, such as Aladdin has a brother called Wishy and he has a mum called Widow Twankey, who is the dame of the storyline. They both add a bit of comic relief whilst the run-through story of trying to save the Sultan's daughter, I suppose, or the Emperor's daughter, from the horrible grasp of Abanazar. I think the way that the pantomime the Bradford Alhambra is approached is just so well done. The script is perfectly written and the way the cast just all glues together, and you can tell they're having such fun on the stage, it just works and they get it every single year. This year's special guests were Christopher Biggins as the Dame, and we had Simon Webb from Blue playing Aladdin. They just get such amazing stars every single year. And then obviously Billy Pearce is actually celebrating his 20th year on pantomime this year, and he was playing Wishy. Billy Pearce is such a pantomime professional, and every year he just gets it so right with the little jokes he makes, ad-lib, and also the way that he performs the script that has been given to him, as well as Christopher Biggins. You can imagine Christopher Biggins as a pantomime dame. He did such a good job and he was so eccentric and just the way a pantomime dame should be. And Simon Webb also played a fantastic hero. On stage you can just see the enjoyment they're having and they really bring that to the audience, and I just can't tell you how happy it makes the audience feel to see them on stage being happy too. Where to start? So they had a flying carpet. I don't know how it worked. It did 360-degree circles over the audience. It was like a West End production. It's the magic of theatre, I suppose, we'll never know, but they also had a 3D bit. It was so realistic. The way they put it together, I think, works really well, and it gives you the right amount of shocks and like does a little jump scare, but also makes you just, it really involved the audience. So on audience involvement, they had this really good idea actually, because in pantomime it's usually a hard thing because they always pick on the front row, so the people at the back are feeling really safe about themselves, like, yeah, no, they're never gonna pick on me. But they will, which I think is great because there's so much anticipation then in the crowd. Billy Pearce's character gets out a camera, like an audience camera, and screen comes down and he's filming the audience. So even the people right at the back can be seen. Just because you're sitting right at the back, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get less of the sort of pantomime feel. I think it was a really good idea. So to conclude, this pantomime is and always will be for me the best out there, and I would just so recommend it if you want to go see a pantomime this year. The Bradford Alhambra with their pantomimes, they just have the perfect amount of double entendre, so it gets the kids and the adults laughing, and I can tell you I always have a proper laugh at these performances. Usually to do with improvisation, if I'm being honest, but there was also a really funny scene in this one with music. So I'll leave a link to their website down below, and so yes, that is all from me. If you've liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and definitely subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for a new video. Bye guys!